And then someone said, you should run for office. You'd be really good at it. And I was like, really? Hi, my name is Brianna Titone. I'm state representative for House District 27. Before that, I used to be a geologist and a software developer working in the mining industry. Politics was not something I ever really thought I would get into. But what I had inside me from a long time ago was service to the community. I was a volunteer firefighter when I was 16 and did that throughout high school and college. And what I really learned was the value of service to the community and being a selfless giver. I carried that with me my whole life and wanted to find a career that I could actually do that kind of work. I ended up coming out in my late 30s and realized that I was part of a community that needed help and needed advocacy, needed someone to stand up for them. Realized that maybe this was the way I could actually follow that dream of mine of continuing to serve people, and I decided to run for office, and here I am. It might be a little bit different from a typical state representative because I'm kind of a unique person, being one of the only few trans people that are out there as state representatives. I get a lot of just random people thanking me and telling me how I inspire them, and seeing a 9-year-old kid say that they love what I do. I mean, when I was 9, I didn't know what politics was, and that there's a 9-year-old out there that thinks that their state representative is cool. and that's just really, means so much to what I do and what my position here means to a lot of people. I'm able to inspire and give people hope and probably save people's lives. That's what I really sought out to do with my life, and I'm actually accomplishing that. So I want to make the most good with this time I have here that I can. Because those people who need to see themselves in positions and places where they never imagined themselves. It's very difficult for especially LGBT kids to go through life thinking that their future is not going to be what the future that everyone else around them might be. Can I grow up to be this person? Can I grow up to do that? Am I going to have to experience hardship? There's so many attacks on LGBT people, especially trans kids, that they're being told they can't be in sports teams. They need to see that despite all of these attacks, that there are people out here fighting for them, that are doing the work, that are actually laying that groundwork for them to be successful in the future. If we don't show ourselves and show up and be out there, be visible on the center stage to show them what they can accomplish and the future is bright for them, that's what we want to do for the youth. When I grew up, I didn't realize I was trans. I didn't really know what that meant, other than seeing people on talk shows being ridiculed or in movies being treated really poorly. And it was really difficult to keep suppressing what I felt inside me because of all of these external forces, and how was this ever going to change was the question I always asked. So if I was going to tell my younger self and give myself a little hint, I would say, hang in there. Things are going to get better. There are people working really hard to make these changes, to open up people's eyes, to open up people's minds. I think about the Stonewall movement. I think about what that started out as, and it was about rising up against violence to the community, against oppression, and people coming together to show themselves as their true authentic selves to the world and saying, we're not going away. We're here, and we're proud of who we are. And the world's going to be a much more accepting place in the future, and I think that that's still true today. For anyone today to understand that we're gonna get better still. Things are okay now. We're gonna have a better life ahead. Change takes time. Change is often hard, but that's not something that you should really be fearful about. If you think about all of the change that we've made already in the last 51 years, 52 years now since Stonewall, there's so much more that we've done and so much ground we've covered and so many laws we've passed to help people not be discriminated against. We should always work hard to love one another, to care about one another, to lift one another. We're going to make this world a better place, and that's the most important thing. That's why I do the work that I do, because that's what society is really going to have to do in the future. And let's start today.